Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nasa of Nasa Capital, coming to you on another warm evening from the Southern Hemisphere. And it's that time once again. We've got the rough and ready crypto analysis. And as always, we start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has had a very interesting week, one might add. Quite a bit of volatility. Things going up and down, as you can see here. But the price, one can see that the price, if you've been paying attention, for particularly those of you who've been watching the liquidation areas very closely, you find that the Bitcoin price has been playing around those lines. And you can see that evidence down here, as you can see here. The green area here talks about the buying, and the red area here shows you the selling. And as you can see, there's been a lot more selling, and only just a little bit of buying just right here, as you can see. That's just started. We still have an area of supply right at the top here. This is between 101 and 106,000. One suspects that eventually the price will go beyond that when we begin to see much higher areas of liquidity, of possible liquidation. For instance, when the prices get to a much higher point, say 110, 112, and people start then taking short bets on it. But we shall see what happens over time. Anyway, the area of demand, which is that area here, which is between 88 and 91,000. Well, that's still there. As I've said to you before, if it breaks that, it breaks about 87, comes to about this area here, then we might be in trouble. If we have something like this area here, if we break here, it's quite easy to see the price come all the way down if care is not taken. I can't see this area here holding the price of Bitcoin should it break it. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. But worst case scenario, ladies and gentlemen, it will come all the way down to this area here, which is about 67,000. But I very much doubt that. And again, it only comes into an area of demand. But I doubt that will ever happen. I just can't see it falling. Worst case scenario, maybe 76, 77, but I even doubt that. There are many who've posited that is a big possibility. Okay, so let's just do our usual. Let's put the Ichimoku on. Have a quick look. Again, you can see the cloud trading sideways here, trending sideways. That means that that also indicates that the price is trending sideways. Look at our Kinjin Sen here. It's also flat. That means the price is trending sideways. Tenkan Sen is above the Kinjin Sen. Now, these are barely above the cloud. And as you can see here, the price action here is also within and outside the cloud at the same time. Chiku span is caught up. As you can see it here, you see that? It's caught up in the price action. And when that happens, as I've told you before, that means the price does not really go up. It only trades in a very small window, which is what we are seeing with this sideways pricing. I suspect that Bitcoin will get to its 122, 123 with time. Around this time last year, what were we? 30-something thousand, and here we had 196,000. I beg your pardon. I don't know why people are worried. I mean, I get it. Those who've come into the game late, but I don't see anything really to worry about. Let's just keep watching it closely, and we shall see how things look over time. Next, let's look at Ethereum. Now, Ethereum has been a completely different case. It's hardly engendered confidence. I mean, there's a series of lower highs and lower lows here, and quite chunky areas here of areas of supply, which people are selling. I think a few days ago, if my memory serves me correctly, there were big transfers of Ethereum. People were moving, converting the Ethereum over to Solana. And at the moment, it looks like Solana has actually won that war. And if you ask me, it's kind of undervalued, but we'll talk about Solana in a minute. And with Ethereum here, as you can see, hardly encouraging. Now, as you can see, remember what I told you before. When you have areas like this, you see that almost like a C area. You see that area here. Look at how sparse the volume is here, as I've told you. This allows the price action to move up and down very rapidly. And you can see it's broken that area here and then just come all the way down. You see that? So I'm not surprised that this is happening in Ethereum. Like I said, you've seen it in Bitcoin just now. And that could easily happen, which is why I told you about the 76 or even 67. Remember? So it's perfectly possible that can happen. One can easily say that the price of Ethereum isn't particularly encouraging, one might say, because it doesn't engender confidence at all in just looking at the price action. If we throw on the Ichimoku, if we put our Ichimoku on, look at that. Look at the Chico span running free. Kinji Sen above the Tenkan Sen, price action. Look at the cloud. Everything under the cloud. This is definitely very, very bearish, strongly bearish. And don't be surprised if prices come all the way down to somewhere here. Do not be surprised. It is a possibility. Do not underestimate that, because we could quite easily see that. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see that. It will not surprise me at all. And so just watch out. I mean, not a very good, not encouraging at all. Ethereum is just not encouraging. But we shall see as time goes on. Let's move on. Oh, I jumped over to Ethereum because I just had to talk about that. So let's quickly go back to Binance. Binance has suddenly got this strong candle here, almost like a Maribotsu type candle. So in the middle, it has a little bit of way to travel back, but we're going to get to an area of supply here and an area of supply here. Volume profile is fairly even right across the price action. Not much to say about it, to be honest with you. Binance is kind of peculiar. Not really much to say here. But let's just put on the Ichimoku. Let's see what that tells us. And as you can see, Ichimoku tells us this is strongly bearish. Chiku span running free. Okay, I know it's pointing upwards. Tenkan Sen above the Kinji Sen above the Tenkan Sen. Price action, everything under the cloud. Cloud looks absolutely flat. This is quite very strongly bearish. You could get areas like this area here where the price suddenly goes up because of some buying volume here. But this is very strongly bearish. If you're in the long-term position, you're okay. If you've just bought, you're going to have to be very patient on this one and watch it closely. Who knows what can possibly happen with Binance on this. As I said, strongly bearish. Keep your eyes and ears open on this one. And then we go to the mighty Solana. Solana has also been, as you can see, the last few days, quite a few days now, just on the downward spiral here. I suspect, and for those of you who check out your, if you're somebody who checks out the blockchain, you find that in this area here, there's some very serious game is being played. Why have I said that? Let's go to X. I put something out. I retweeted something that somebody put out, and I'm going to try and find that for you so you can see it, because it's very important. There we go. This is what I retweeted here. So, no public blockchain founder or executive in a foundation or corporation involved with the public blockchain should be anywhere near the US crypto. Oh, sorry, wrong one. I beg your pardon. Wrong one. I will tell you where. Wrong one. I should have got this ready, but it just occurred to me while I was speaking to you. Not this. This was another one. Here we go. Centralized exchanges flush crypto on the most bullish statements in crypto history by the US government. Now you know. These institutions and on and offshore platforms do not care about their customers or crypto. They're here for profits. Yes, they sell crypto, but they be regulated to be fair, not trade against their customers, nor manipulate the prices, and be fully audited and have to be transparent. The shenanigans are coming to an end. And you can see different, you see that area here, this. One of the biggest, this Cumberland, one of the biggest market makers doing this is Wintermute. And look at Binance. Binance sends them money, they knock the price down, and then they buy at a much cheaper price. That is what's going on. Solana, in my humble opinion, and in those that know more than me, is undervalued. Solana should be much, much higher than it is now. Let's have a quick look at the charts. As you can see here, volume profile is fairly even. Nothing dramatic here, nothing to see. We have an area of supply between about 246 and 260, which is this area here. We're currently at 197, and recently we fell all the way down to 176. As I said before, anything under $200 is a buy opportunity. So if you've got some dry powder, I suggest you get some Solana. As you can see here, even this is weekly bearish. Kinsen is above the Tenkan, but it's still above the cloud. The price is mostly within the cloud and just coming out, just barely out of the cloud here. Chiku Spine is caught up within the price action and the cloud. So this is weekly bearish. But we can understand, like I showed you just now, it's all to do with this stuff here. You can see Binance sending to Wintermute. Binance Wintermute. This is a market maker. Sells some stuff to them. They knock prices down. And they do all sorts of things. Coinbase here with Cumberland. This is what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. This is why the price of Solana has not gone up as it's supposed to. And as I've said, it is, ladies and gentlemen, it is manipulated and undervalued. And that's all I'm going to say about Solana before I start getting, further worked up. I think I should just stop there. Okay. Let's go to the next. Let's look at. Let's look at Moodeng. Let's look at Moodeng. Now remember what I said about Moodeng to all you Moodeng supporters, and I've put a lot of stuff out about Moodeng on X. My last post on Moodeng. Where was that? Let's see. This is something to do with gold. Let's have a look and if we can find it. I put 2 posts out there. Yeah, here we go. And I said here, can we safely say Moodeng has bottomed? That was what I asked. And got quite a bit of traction, as you can see. And if we go back here, one can see, ladies and gentlemen, that this price has just been going down and down and down. It's only now just beginning to trade sideways here, as you can see, over the last 3 days. Now, if this continues to trade sideways for the next few weeks, then I can safely say that we are at the bottom. Bottom price today, it came all the way down to about just over 6 cents. I honestly think we've bottomed. But just watch this price action here, because if this continues to trade sideways here at roughly the same level, then we've definitely bottomed. And when that happens, there can be some relief for the Moodeng holders. Now, if you've just bought, this is a perfect opportunity to buy. If you believe in Moodeng, this is a perfect opportunity. No financial advice, of course, but it is a very perfect opportunity to buy. where you can enter this trade here and just hold it. I mean, even if you sell here, this supply area here, you'll be making some reasonable profit. So you've got a supply area here, and another supply area here. So if you've been here, you can sell here or here or here, depending on how you want to go. Now, if you bought at a much earlier time, at a much higher price, you're going to have to sit this one out and just be very patient. Once again, let's have a quick look at the Ichimoku. And as always, the last few weeks, the last few times we've done this, look at that. Cloud at an angle, Kenjin-sen above the Tenkan-sen, price action down, Chiku span running free downwards. This is strongly, very strongly bearish. It's also an opportunity. It's also a buying opportunity if you have what it takes and you believe in the project. Remember, it's a meme coin, so it might never recover, and then it just might. We never know. Anyway, let's move on to WIF. And here's WIF, and as you can see, WIF is also looking very almost exactly like Moodeng. You can see everything's coming down. The price is only just beginning to trade sideways the last couple of days. You have to watch this and see if it trades sideways before you do anything. Excuse me. I'll just be taking some sip of water. Right. Again, we put on our Ichimoku, and exactly what we got with Moodeng. Very strongly bearish. As I said, no financial advice, but an opportunity for you to sort of take a position if you believe in the project. If you believe in the project, that is the core thing here. Okay. Oh, one thing that I forgot to do, and I'm very sorry, should have come before the two meme coins. Sui, my apologies. Sui again, look at that. Look at Sui, just on the downward trend. Series of lower highs and lower lows. Two areas of supply here. Volume a bit sparse here, a little bit there, but generally not too bad. The volume profile is fairly even across the board. The only demand area is below the point of control. A little bit of buying volume today, but most of the time not that much. Let's put Ichimoku on. Let's have a quick look with the Ichimoku, and that tells you everything you need to know. Look at the cloud is at a slight angle going downwards. Kinjin-sen above the Tenkan-sen. Price action going downwards. A series of lower highs and lower lows. Chiku span running free. This is definitely strongly bearish, and it reflects in the price at $3.04 there. Possibly a very good buying opportunity. Someone said to me the other day that he would buy if Sui could come down to where it came. I mean, Sui came all the way down to about 239 here. It would not surprise me if it makes another journey right down to this area here, roughly here. You can just see this, the price coming to somewhere like here. About 229, 230, something like that. So don't be surprised if you see that. A perfect buying opportunity. Now, there was a time when I said $2. Anything under $2 was fantastic. I can't see it going all the way back to $2 anytime soon. But remember, we are dealing with probabilities here, so anything is possible. Okay, so here is Ichimoku, as you can see, strongly bearish. Oh, I think we've done that. And there you have it. Let's look quickly at Mr. that has just recently been renamed Strategy from MicroStrategy, just Strategy. I don't know why Michael has done that, but I'm not in his mind, so I couldn't really tell you. Reasonably looking volume profile, an area of supply here, very close to an area of demand. Quite Whether it could fall below this area of demand, we shall see. I won't be surprised if it comes all the way down to about 259, 260. Remember the trade I took? I told you about that. Let's look at the Ichimoku, and again, prices under the cloud. Tenkan-sen barely over Kinjin. In fact, I think they're together. Chikuspan also is just, you can just see the head right there, somewhere there. Look at that, just there. Not quite caught up within the cloud, and just peeked out of the cloud and getting close to the price action just above it. This is I should call this is strongly, it's bearish, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely bearish. How strong? I would say it's mildly strong in its bearish sentiment. We shall have to wait and see how SUI performs during the week, over this weekend and during the week. We shall see, but we don't know yet, but let's just watch and see. Again, and for those of you, a very good speculative opportunity. If you can pick a nice limit buy somewhere or a limit sell and get into the market, accordingly. Finally, let's look at HODL. We didn't look at it last time. We didn't look at it because I was looking at something else. Going downwards, it wouldn't surprise me if it comes all the way down to this area here, the area of demand here, which is somewhere between 275 and 299. Quick look at the Ichimoku. Still, this is weekly bullish. The price is falling. The Kinjin-sen has just gone above the Tenkan-sen, even though everything's above the cloud. So this is just weak. Is weekly bullish, but it wouldn't surprise me if the price comes down even further and falls even as much as this particular area here. It comes all the way down to about $3. That would not surprise me at all if that happens. But is it something that it was on fire at one time? I mean, it really took off. But I didn't have access to the market, so I couldn't take a position then. But something to watch out for in the future. So I think that's just about everything, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, rough and ready. I suppose very soon we should start looking at more in-depth analysis on the crypto and on these different crypto and shares, different cryptos and shares. I think we could do a more in-depth analysis on some of them. I think that's something I could look at. Please share, subscribe, like. That would help. That would really help me. The algorithm will get to see me. So other than that, I think that's just about it, ladies and gentlemen. So as always, keep your eyes and ears open and your trading sharp. Have a good one. Bye.